Right, so previously we made a chart, and yeah, it's so far so good, but this everything's like a default. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to customize this chart. So let's go. In order to customize the chart, let's first go back to our content view here. Remember, using chart is really a simple one. Okay, it's just a chart for each. Get the step data using the HK manager, healthcare manager, to get the step data and iterate that. I'm using bar chart here. Specify the X as well as Y, and voila, you got this default nice chart. But clearly that's not enough, because I want customize things a little bit. So for example, this step, right? So for example, we want to get to I use step as a placeholder for the jump, because if in order to achieve jump, you got so much thing to do rather than just simply get that API data. So you got so much more things to do. But right now, let's just use the step as a placeholder. Okay. So in order to actually get this more customized, you can add the average. Okay, so I believe I bought a Apple Watch, and Apple Watch do have a functionality, say the trend. Okay, so you are like increasing the step, or you are decreasing the step, something like that. So that's what I'm going to do. So we got this environment, we got this selection context, whether you set the permission or not, and whether you bring out the permission view is showing, asking true or false, all that. I believe that's pretty much it. And then what I'm going to do is to add a helper var that can do the calculation. Okay, so for example, you want to get the average, so average say step count. Okay, average step count. So you get all the step count and you average that, so you can get a double average step count. And what I'm going to do is to save it and right click, get this Visual Studio Code up and running, so I can use Copilot, right? So go back here and so first I'm going to let Copilot to think about this. Okay, come on, think about this. And Copilot is gone. I don't know what. It is a thing about it. So God let a manager get data, and if it's empty, then else return. Then let the total steps will be manager step reduce 0 plus, and return total step divided by step. Oh my god, this is a really good code here. So basically, you're going to add up, okay, and calculate the total step, and get how many data points that you have, and divide this from the total step, so you got the average you got. It's a perfectly written code. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty impressed by the Copilot. So then navigation stack, we got like a V stack, we got this picker, doesn't really matter at this point, and we got navigation link, doesn't really matter, right? Like a daily jump. I think I can use it here. So it's like not like a daily jump. Let me just replace jump to something else, or daily average jump. I think it's average jumps. Okay, daily average jumps slash adding what is inside. Come on, Copilot, give me something. Okay, doesn't give me anything. Okay, doesn't really matter because it's an integer, and I'm going to say average step count. Okay, and daily average jumps will be the average step count. Okay, I'm keep using step counts, so maybe I'm going to like change this to jump to steps. Okay, steps, jumps. Okay, steps, or maybe like a daily step and an average step, something like that. Okay, figure. You can't change this figure. Walk. Okay, let me change it to walk because it's a step, so I'm only going to be consistent. Okay. Ultimately, I want to make a like jumping the old rope, but that requires a much more complex thing, more advanced. So, I'm going to search for jump. Okay, we got like a tons of jump. Oh my gosh. Okay, jump rope. First, I'm going to change this name for house pro. House chart. Okay, house chart pro plus. Yeah, because it's not just a jump or something like that. Okay, and jumps. Wait, can I replace all the jumps with steps? Okay, jumps and okay, I'm gonna replace this. Okay, how to okay, I got it. So the shortcut is Command, Option, and F. Okay, I replace it. So go back to your steps because jumps, things I can't find the direct API. So we have to use a workaround, and that will involve a lot of things that. Yeah, I will share that later. Right now, let's just quickly like push forward. So we got the steps, and we got this like average count, but like right now there's no way to actually showing the average. So I'm thinking about whether I don't know whether you guys like play with the stock market, invest in stock market before. In stock market, because I previously like work in the finance industry programmer. Yeah, I invest a little bit myself. So in investing, there is a concept called like technical analysis. So you look at the chart of the market, and you like a chart in the market, and you sort of like reading the chart and predict what will happen in the future, right? So here comes to a very interesting part, which will be we got like a moving average line in the chart, and you can say some is a support line, some is like a pressure line, something like that. But if you use that concept and you try to put it inside of the our app, you can say, hey, we got this like a moving average chart here, right? So some of the line is like the average, like moving average. So that's exactly what we are going to do. So yeah, why we got like multiple here? Yeah, let me just get rid of this. Oh, that's the reason why I don't have the copilot, because I should like combine. It's like a tab. Okay, that's good. So we got this VSEC, all that padding, spacer, all that. So yep, and then we got this. Where's my chart part? Content view, the padding. Yeah, that's chart part. Okay, so the chart part do have a lot of option for me to play around with. So first is that we can add a like the average line, so as a moving average. So what I'm going to do is to add a line of a rule mark. So basically it's just like a line. Okay, so if you do this, you can say something like I don't know, x-axis. Okay, so if you do some x-axis and you add a specific value, say the average value. Okay, and you can even like adding a color, like a secondary color. Okay, let me just quickly look at here, so you guys can actually see what's going on. Okay, remember here, right? We got one line. That's our rule mark. Okay, so this is average. So and average is like a really mess up average. Okay, but in fact, I want to show not only the bar chart but also like the the average line here, so I can see, yeah, today I walk like above the average, so it's a good job. Maybe I need to like turn down a little bit, rest a little bit tomorrow, something like that. So that's the reference line I'm talking about. So in order to do that, I need to change it. So instead of going the x-axis, I'm going to change that to y-axis. And the value, of course, just the average. So you just get the average step count, a really, really simple one. And we got like a foreground color. We can say secondary, yeah, but we can do something like drastic, okay? So we can add the color and dots, and say so the normally so like orange. So can I add like a pink pink line? So it's much more outstanding, and you can change the opacity as well. So maybe 0.5. Okay, I have no idea what this will bring, but hey, let's just play around with this. Just wait. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we got this daily steps, and we got this like average line here, right? And you can even change the line style. Okay, it's just basically you can change you can customize pretty much everything. So dots, line style. Oh my gosh, you can initialize the line width and dash. Okay, line width. I think the line and dash. Okay, let me just use the line width and dash as it suggests. Okay, maybe a lot of people are using this, so I'm going to just go with this. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, line 1. I think it's a little bit too thin. Maybe I'm going to make it thicker. And then dash 5 looks pretty good. So I'm going to keep it. What about like dash? Can I change it to 10? And this maybe change to 3, something like that. Okay, I have no idea what I bring, but I just want to test it out. Oh, come on, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Maybe a little bit too thin, but I'm going to make it a little bit more transparent. Yeah, that looks pretty good, and maybe just keep this dash back to 5. And this maybe a little bit thinner, and opacity make a little bit transparent, because I don't want it to be too intrusive. That really depends on you. It's just a fine tuning for me. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. And then you can change the axis, right? We got this axis June 16, yeah, all that. You can change that. And the x-axis and y-axis. So remember, this time series data. So x-axis will be time series. So right now, under these circumstances, it's just a date. So you can say something like the yeah. Let me think about this. So the charts start here and here. Okay. So basically, we are going to make the modifier of the chart, and the chart we can say, hey, I want this chart to be more, higher than before. So you can say the frame and height. Let me make it even more higher. Okay, so I'm going to make it like 300. Okay, so save it, run. And by the way, if you're wondering why I have to, switch back and forth around that in the simulator, that's because that's because if using the like a preview, sometimes you will not get the actual data, because remember, we're going to actually fetch data from the health kit, and if you can't do that, you can't do that in preview. Okay, so yeah, I think this looks pretty good, especially you got this like a really high-end analyzing chart, because this way you can get like a really big difference of the data here. Okay, so I love this, and I got like average, and like a rule of thumb, the average is good, because you got like a half of it up, half of it down. Okay, I love this, and I love this like a really you know, stretched out view. And let's look at here. Okay, so the y-axis, you can yeah, you can like fine-tuning this, uh, but sometimes it doesn't really matter that much. Of course, you can get rid of this format, or you can just simply keep the date, or simply keep the month. But normally I would just make a default. I think that's already. Of course, yeah. Let me just show you what you can do. Okay, so the frame is here, so it's like the whole, you know, big modifier here, and you can do something like this. So dots, come on, Copilot, give me something. So chart, axis, that's exactly what I want. Dot, chart, come on, x and y axis. Okay, so yeah, Copilot is really smart, so you can give me some suggestions. So Copilot's suggestion is that the x-axis will be the format, date, month, and day, and y-axis will be a grid line. You got like a foreground style. Oh my gosh, that's pretty good. In order for you guys to see more clearly, I'm going to make a more drastic color, like a blue. Okay, save it, run this, so you guys can see the difference. Come on, we got this like a blue line here. I don't know whether you guys can see it, because my recording may not get the like really high resolution. So yeah, let me change it a little bit. Okay, so do not like trust everything Copilot did. So 0.6, so get like a really outstanding line, and grid line, and label. Okay, notation, number notation, compacting them. That's good. Really compacted. Axis grid line, foreground start. Yeah, axis blue double. Yeah, axis chart. Axis marks. Yeah, axis marks value. Yeah, good. Yeah, let me just first save this. Okay, so run this so you guys know the difference. And still waiting. Come on. Right, so I got, as you guys can see, we got like blue line here. Okay, so it's like the benchmark sort of thing, and average is inside here, dotted line. Okay, and this will be the like really compacted. Okay, so the June and 16th, and June 23rd, and June the 30th, something like that. Of course, if you like love the original one, like default one, you can like comment out. You don't need this marks at all. Okay, of course you can customize it. So for example, you want this like written out a month data, you can do something like this. Yeah, that is you shouldn't like it. You should like comment everything out instead of this. Okay, so yeah, save this, go back. So if you intentionally like leave it blank, that means that you don't want it to be an like x-axis. But right now, I think it looks pretty good. Okay, that looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. Yeah, and by the way, you comment out, so the x-axis got this really tiny little line here. I don't know whether you guys can see it. It's like a default line. That's because if you comment everything out, it will just go back to default. If you explicitly say that you want chart x-axis, but you leave axis mark blank, you will just leave it, you know, blank. Okay. Okay, I got an idea. I just got an idea because I'm testing this. I thought if you toggle that, you get something like this. And as a programmer, I love everything that's a little bit hacky. So what I'm going to do is to instead, I'm not going to use orange for this. I'm going to use use green. Oh my gosh, can I use green? Okay, if I save it, I get a really nice hacky green style. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so what about I use green for everything? Okay, just to practice. Command Shift and F. It's not Command Shift and F. Sorry. It should be Option Shift and F. Yeah, no. Control. Command Option and F. Oh my gosh, what kind of thing I'm looking for? Maybe Shift and F. Maybe not Shift. Okay. That's pretty weird. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me quickly check the shortcut. Command Option and F. Oh, sorry. Command Option and F. Sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is to replace the orange to green. I know it's really drastic, but yeah, I just want to play around with this. Okay, so let me just save this, go back here, and let's see the result. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What about I change the opacity to like a really okay, I'm going to yeah, just play around a little bit. So Command Option and F and opacity. Okay, I'm not going to replace this, I just want to find the opacity. Yeah, so maybe Command and F, opacity. So opacity, maybe just get rid of opacity altogether, or 0.9, just to make it a little bit, yeah, transparent. Okay, 0.9. And opacity 0.9. Even though I I didn't need this right now because you know already like move forward. It's just like a placeholder when you actually build this for the first time. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But this rounded thing, in order to make it like a little bit hacky, I don't want it to be round. Okay, I want it to be like a more no rounded corner sort of thing. So let's go back here. I believe we got, yeah, we got selection, we got average scroll view, picker, right? Picker style, palette. Yeah. Get rid of this. This should, yeah, should solve this. Yeah, really hacky, right? Can I make it like a foreground color, like a really thin? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think that looks pretty good. And this is like using the secondary tint. So I'm going to search for tint. Okay. I can't find it. I'm going to go back here. Yeah, I found Visual Studio Code is like far nicer for me to actually see it clearly. Navigation, yeah. Do I have like a secondary? Yeah, foreground style secondary. Okay, image right. Yeah, instead of using this secondary, I'm going to replace every secondary. Command Option and F. Get every secondary to green. Dots, opacity, replace 0.9. Okay, I want it to be consistent, just a proof of concept. So here, secondary system background. Yeah, okay, jump this. Yeah, it's just one. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's search for that again. Just one. I don't need to replace this. Save. Go back here. Run. Let's see. Alright, that is so much nicer and so much hacky, right? And even got like a really green sort of a style. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, I love this. So oh, of course it can do all sort of things. So for example, you got this like a blue line here. Search for blue. Okay, I got this blue. You can make this blue green as well, opacity 0.9. And we got this different color. I search for all the color. Color green, color pink. Who said I want a pink? Okay, I want it to be green as well. So really hacky, really. And this I'm going to 0.9. Okay, really consistent. Just one distinguishes is a dash. It's like a dark mode. Okay, so green. Everything is green. Go back here. Run. Let's see the result. Yeah, that's much more better. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so maybe I need to like customize the button a little bit. Yeah, let me just pause it here because I want to fine tune this. It's really interesting design. I want to make it right. Okay, and yeah, see you next video. Bye.